Greetings and beyond the new. My name is Omni, and welcome to the current installment of What If Deku Was the Reincarnation of Jugo, Part 5. Okay, so we were where we last left off. Okay, everything goes like in canon, except when after Ida says to Deku that it's just the reporters. That's when Deku fully transforms and then wiggles out of the crowd and jets off to the front and uses let's see uses his body to make a megaphone own cone for megaphone part for his mouth, and says, "Hey, we're supposed to be students of UA, the most prestigious hero school in Japan right now. So stop acting like a bunch of cowards. Besides, it's just a stinking dumb media. Those vultures found a way to get into UA. Just look outside. For crying out loud. Jeez Louise." Everyone does, and then when we skip ahead to okay, so yeah. And then, let's see. Okay. So yeah, then then for the last thing we're gonna do today, I'm gonna be doing something different. So I'm going to be going ahead and saying they're doing hero names now. Everyone's hero's name is like in canon, except for Bakugo. Instead, after all his attempts, Deku just says, Bakugo, why don't you just go with Dynamite? Or if you're so keen on having all those names, words in your name, why don't you go with an acronym, okay? And if it happens to spell out something that not even you want as your hero name, then just choose a word and then use words that have the same letter as each word has the first their first letter is of that acronym, and then just go from there, okay, you bonehead. Bakugo yells out at this. Everyone agrees, and Midnight says, "Alright, do what your class rep said." Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so now it will be, his hero name will be Dynamite, and if any of you know Bakugo, since everyone basically knows what Bakugo is, right, how his personality is right now, you decide on each word is for each letter of Dynamite, okay? Okay, so yeah, anywho, he presents the name. Then I'll let you decide on what each letter stands for what word. Anywho, Deku then goes up saying, "The three-world hero, Jugo." Okay, now let's see. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. Okay, so yeah, okay. Now we everyone goes home, yada yada yada. We skip to the next day. Hey, oh yeah, and real quick flashback when Deku and Ida and Ochaka and all of his friend group get caught by the reporters beforehand. Let's just say they lie in that they're in general studies, so they escape with that lie. Anywho, okay, flash forward to the next day. Okay, so this is where we start hero training. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, let's get into the video. Class 1A and B will each be boarding their own buses. Yada yada yada. Everything goes like in canon. All the way up to when they all get separated. Except, okay, so all the girls in Class 1A and B will be teleported, to the landslide zone on with Deku, while Mineta and let's see, Todoroki all get they both get teleported to the shipwreck zone. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, and if anyone else went to the landslide zone, they went to the same zone, got sent to the shipwreck zone as well. Okay, so it's just going to be Deku and all the girls of Class 1A and B. And I'm going to say, and by every girl in Class 1A and B, yes, I mean every girl in Class 1A and B. Because they're all his love interests, because he has a harem. That also includes Midnight, Ryuku, Urbami, Mount Lady, basically all the pro heroines that take centers that aren't background characters in My Hero Academia, or just get one lines. They actually fight, or okay, anywho, let's get back into the video. Okay, so yeah, anywho, the video, okay, that's when everyone okay, everything goes like in canon, but I'll be covering what happens to Todoroki and Mineta. Then I'm gonna cover Deku's group. Okay, so yeah, anywho. Sorry, needed to get something out of my mouth. Anywho, let's get okay. Okay, so Todoroki will just casually freeze everything on the lake, allowing them to escape, yada yada yada. Then okay, so yeah. Everyone gets teleported except Ochaka and Deku are teleported 2 stories off the ground, but Deku fully transforms, catches Ochaka, and lands down with all of his jets. But everyone else managed to only get teleported 5 feet off the ground. Yeah, okay. And they all Superman landed. Okay. But Deku and Ochaka land like a moon probe. Landing. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, sorry, had a cough. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, this is where then once they land, the villains pop out of the ground. Yada yada yada. They start all saying pervy things about all the girls in Class 1A and B. And then this one villain that has the jamming quirk. Says, "Man, I sure love me brunettes, especially those eternally blushing cheeks. Man, I'm gonna have fun with her." Which makes Deku so mad that he lets loose a whole bunch of bloodlust, knocking out all the villains. But the villain that he centers it around the villain that said that remark at his Ocha-chan. So yeah. Anywho, so they all regularly faint, but the villain that said that about his Ocha-chan, let's just say he not only uh, faints but foams at the mouth, let loose the front and lower dams, if you know what I mean, from his body. So yeah. Anywho, then everyone gets back to the center at the same time. Yada yada yada. Everyone get okay. So Aizawa. So besides 13 and Aizawa, okay. So Vlad King and Ectoplasm are also there. No, wait, no. Scratch Ectoplasm. Okay, so and during this time, when they all got there, Ida managed to escape the USJ. So yeah. Anywho, oh yeah, and also Hero 13 will also be, just clarifying, will also be a girl and in the harem as well. Anywho, let's see here. Okay, now, also at the time when Ida escaped, they managed that Vlad King and Aizawa managed to knock out all the grunts, managing to tie them up with the students that were there. And it's so all the students in canon that managed to escape. Also, the guy with the tape quirk also was there, so they managed to tie up the villains along with along with Monoma, the guy with the sunglasses wearing guy, and let's see who else. Oh yeah, Monoma also managed not to get sent. And I'm going to let you guys decide the rest of Class 1B boys where they got sent to, okay? So yeah, anywho, let's get back into the video. Okay. Sorry, had to get something out of my nose. Anywho, let's get back in. So yeah, anywho, as soon as that all happens, Shigaraki orders Kotagiri to bring out the Nomu, and then as soon as the Nomu walks out of the portal, no. Nomu was already there, and he orders Nomu to attack the two teachers. They both get their butts kicked. Then Tomura lunges out of Aka. But then Deku immediately uses Earth-style mud wall, manages to get everyone to safety, and then using a water-style water dragon to push Tomura to the Nomu. Then the Nomu is told by Shigaraki to attack that kid. Hid. And then that's when the battle will begin. Okay, so Deku is already fully transformed, like he is when he helped Sasuke and the water body guy fight at the Kage Summit. It's in canon, so yeah. Anywho. Oh, and just so you know, they're all wearing their gym uniforms. Just telling you that. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, now we cut to where the fight begins. Okay, so Deku starts out with a Neo Wolfang Fist, and then does a haymaker, then he does Buffalo Brander, and then Ultimate Scar Buster, but it doesn't. He notices that it really doesn't do much against the Nomu. And then Shigaraki goes on his whole spiel about it was created to kill All Might. Blah 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 blah, and since he's a successor, he doesn't want that to happen. So yeah, this is where he uses particle dragon jutsu, which basically looks like the sphere dragon from the Ordeal of Spheres from One Piece, the Skypiea arc. So yeah, and all the horns and the face part of it are just made out of a bunch of circles. Okay, spheres to be precise. Anywho, he launches the particle dragon jutsu, which wraps around the Nomu and slowly starts evaporating its body. Then Nomu uses I'm going to give the Nomu an additional quirk, energy wave, and uses energy to send a shockwave. So if you've ever seen Dragon Booster, then it's like one of those energy dome attacks, or if you've ever played Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, then it will be like a dome version of Lady Devimon's Darkness Wave. Anywho, then that's when they start fighting hand to hand again. But this time, so yeah. And during the night, he learned all the elements until clone jutsus and the basic shadow clone. So he now knows shadow clone jutsu, mud clone, water clone, fire clone, water clone, lightning clone, particle clone, lava clone, steam clone, crystal clone, all the elements that are shown in in canon and in any of the part episodes that weren't originally part of the manga. I mean, like the filler episodes. Odes. Okay, so yeah. No, wait, no, it's just fire, water, earth, wind, and lightning clones. Oh, and of course particle clones and shadow clones. Okay, so he uses fire clone as soon as he makes the dragon. As soon as the wave disperses, he creates a fire clone. And it disperses, allowing it, and then it then causing the Nomu to scream out in pain because he infused it with his bloodlust and anger about it being about how unfortunate it must be to be only been created to be a tool. So he's mad about the one who did this to this unfortunate soul. And yes, I said it like that because I'm a huge fan of Disney, and I just felt like saying that. Anywho, let's get back into the video. Anywho, let's see. Okay. Now they start basically having a fist fight, just like how All Might and the Nomu have in canon. Everything goes like that, blah 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 blah. Shigaraki tries to jump in. And that's when Momo fires a cannon to disrupt Shigaraki. Then, as soon as that happens, all the other teachers of UA and All Might arrive. And then Shigaraki orders Kodagiri that we need to retreat. They leave the Nomu, like in canon, and then so yeah. Okay, so yeah. Then okay, so yeah. Anywho, then Deku launches the Nomu to the stairs where all the teachers are about to walk onto with particle style dismantling wave. So yeah. The Nomu is slowly regenerating because, well, shock absorption, meaning it's not shock nullification, so there was a limit, and with that attack it just reached its limit. Now he's barely regenerating, like at the speed at a piece of Majin Buu is on the ground after, like he explodes. Oh, so yeah. Like it's slowly crawling, slowly as a baby crawling, but it's still going. So yeah, anywho, everything else goes like in canon, yada yada yada. Then we do the whole interview thing where they talk about the USJ attack, then they implement the dorms, everything goes like in canon, All Might still prostrates himself to Inko. Oh, wait, hold on. So, yeah, not everything goes like in canon. They all move in, and just like in canon, they all go ahead and do the thing with the room check. Of course, this will also include Class 1B, and I'll let you guys decide on how Class 1B models their room for each student. Okay, for Class 1A, the Sugar Rush quirk one still wins for Class 1A, while for Class 1B, it's actually, let's see, Setsuna. Mostly because, uh, mostly because, uh, mostly because, she has the most, well-rounded design style. Okay, so yeah. Now we skip ahead to the next day, yada yada yada. Everything goes like in canon, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then he gives them the whole spiel on the sports festival. Aizawa gives the whole spiel about the sports festival to his class, and Flag King does the same to his class. So yeah, now it will actually be postponed a week later, so they'll have 2 weeks instead to train. And during that time, Deku not only help well is training with All Might to control more percentages of One for All. He also helps All Might on to controlling more of his power with with the Hell Curse mark. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, let's get back into the video. Sorry, couldn't find a little dot. It kind of camouflaged at the color of the drink. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, and the day before the sports festival, All Might and Sukauchi were had just captured I'll say gentle criminal, and they also capture La Brava Ava. So yeah, I'm going to be having gentle and La Brava make an appearance. And while they were escorting them to the to the to the police station, another villain, without knowing it, attacks them, almost causing a couple of steel beams hit some grade schoolers. So Gentle and La Brava spring into action. All Might is dealing with the villain that attacked them, but the steel beams that the villain caused to almost squish the kids. So La Brava uses her quirk, and then Gentle uses his quirk on the steel beams, and how he gets there is using a whole bunch of rubbery air walls. to get there fast. And I'm going to say it's a little different in this what if. So yeah, he doesn't have to. He has like a 10-inch perfect circle around him. Him. No. Yeah. Yeah. A 10-foot radius around him where he can turn everything rubbery, but it only works on inanimate objects. Okay, so yeah, then All Might and Tsukuuchi notice this. That gives the villain the time to zoom past All Might to try and get at his target. He has a beef with Tsukuuchi because, let's just say, Tsukuuchi yesterday uh, uh, arrested someone this new villain cares about. So yeah, then All Might uses the Embers of One for All along with letting the curse mark wrap around his entire body. He manages to suplex the the villain to the ground, and then he feels something, and then that's when he awakens his curse mark stage 2. Tsukuuchi everyone agape at this, and then we skip ahead to the next day, which is when the sports festival happens, and during that time, he calls Deku, and then Deku explains about gentle criminals past. No, wait, no, about his past life. And about the curse marks. They're all shocked about this. Then this gives Gentle the idea to tell his backstory. And then All Might says, "Well then," and even though you are a criminal, I do believe you are perfect for Nezu's plan to rehabilitate villains. So, yes. Instead of taking you both to the station, we will be taking you to UA, where you will be under my supervision. Everyone is shocked about this. La Brava and Gentle, after telling their backstories, Deku decides to give them both a curse mark. For Gentle, he'll have the Earth curse mark. While La Brava will have the Heaven's curse mark. Okay, and when they unlock their second stage, Gentle will look basically the same. Of course, we'll have dark skin like every other curse mark user is, but I'll also have let's see, looking like Mega Man from Mega Man. Let's see. NT Warriors. Okay, and La Brava will basically have the same shape, but she'll also actually grow taller by about, like, let's see, whatever she is now, she's like now the same height as Gentle until Criminal, and she'll also have a bunch of tentacles growing out of her body that look like roots growing out of her body. If you ever seen a victim of drinking the poisoned water of the Ten Tails tree form before it was sealed away into the as created as the moon's core in Naruto. So yeah. Anywho, but these actually allow her to sense vibrate, do the same thing that that Sunny's feelers in Toriko do in, and also allow her to sense vibrations when they make contact to the ground. Okay, so yeah, that's also where I'm going to be leaving it off. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm not doing this for that. Just doing it to do my own spin on things and to get my creative juices out. And yes, I said that. And bye!